Hey guys, this is Anthony Romrell, and in this video, we're just going to go over some other tips with Z-spheres and ZBrush and all that kind of stuff. So in this video, we're going to go into Mannequin. And Mannequin, of course, has Z-spheres because we can't just have Z-spheres, right? So there's a bunch of different mannequins you can choose from. So go ahead and pick one. We'll just go with this mannequin human right there. And you can see here is a little Z-sphere object. We're going to hit frame and just zoom out just a little bit. The nice thing about starting from like something like this is it's already in edit mode. Okay, so we're going to hit draw, and excuse me, we're not going to hit draw. We're going to hit move, and we're just going to grab these body parts and we're going to start to just shape this however we want, right? So maybe put it into more of a T pose, and we could do move, we could do rotate, we could do scale, whatever. It's really no big deal. Here, let's go to rotate here and maybe grab these arms and rotate. And maybe that's a little easier. Doesn't matter so much. The point is you want to get to, just modify it so you'll kind of like where it's going. A couple of things, like I like to use local symmetry. Otherwise, this gets kind of wonky, right? We'll frame it again and just scale this down just a little bit. It's not scaling, it's changing the camera. I may misstate a few things. We'll go to scale. We'll just grab part of it, scale parts of it up or down, right? And then, when you think you're ready, you think you like it, we can go to move. Stick the belly out just a little bit more. Maybe put the legs back. Maybe put them forward, right? Maybe bend the knees a little bit. Okay. There we go. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Stunning. So now what we're going to do is go down to our adaptive mesh. Okay. So we'll go to adaptive mesh here, and we'll hit this preview button. You can see that's kind of what it looks like. Let's just take our Dynamesh all the way down and preview it. Lower res. And our density down. Right. Now we're getting somewhere just a little bit. And once you like it, just hit it, make adaptive mesh, and it'll load in a skin. We'll want to replace that. When we know we've replaced it is when we will click on this right here. It says skin. So now that's the skin. And we can start to draw on it. So if I get my clay tool or my clay buildup tool, right, you can see I can start to sculpt on here. I do like to enable Sculptris Pro. It does increase the geometry. Let's also increase the brush size. So draw size is found right here, right? So we can get some big brushes. I like clay buildup. Well, I don't like that, right? We'll hit undo. Some things are just they're too small, right? So we'll go to brush, and we can go to move. We can move different parts. This is a different move tool. It's moving geometry. Okay, so you can see we're moving geometry here. Not the same way as moving the Z-spheres. We can smooth things by holding the let's see, the space bar. Now I forget smoothing. That's okay. We have all different brushes, you guys. So I switch between an iPad. So there's rake. Rake's kind of a cool tool. It breaks things up a little bit. That's not what we wanted. One of the tools I think I want is a tool that expands. There's the standard brush, which is pretty common. Inflate. So let's hit the eye to see anything with an eye. There it is. There's inflate. So you can go through and just maybe add some muscles to this. Okay. And I have Sculptris Pro enabled, so you can see it kind of misbehaves a little bit. Oh, the shift key, right? Okay, now here's one problem with the Z-spheres using this mannequin, and that is it's all broken up into one piece, right? So, I mean, several pieces. It's not one piece. So I'm not super thrilled about that, but you know, we're just playing around at this point. So once you make that adaptive mesh, you can sculpt on it, build some interesting things, get some details if you want, but really it's just about finding that silhouette and learning the tool. And then there's other tools. I'm just going to make this about brushes, some other tools like trim, which is going to give it like a flattening sort of effect. A little too much, right? A little bit too much. So you could change your Z intensity, right? So maybe it's not so intense. But anyway, that's some of the wackiness of ZBrush and using these type of models, right? But you know, I think you got to experiment. You know, experiment with Sculptress Pro, experiment with Z-spheres, experiment with different brushes. Grab a brush, play around with it. Right now's the time. Damn Standard, that is a tool that puts little cuts on it. The brush is too big, right? So here's a smaller view of it, right? When I say cuts, it's I don't know how to better describe it. Little indentations, right? So knock yourself out. Goof off with ZBrush. Don't put these files on GitHub. They're too big. We can put OBJs there later.